All right, yo, coming in, tapping in with your Starting Lightning channel. Starting Lightning with another good video live today. Now check it out. This ain't gonna be no long video. We're gonna keep it brief. We're gonna keep it short. I'm gonna get up out of here, but I'm just out here right now, and I'm gonna talk about black people. Now, me being technically a part, I don't necessarily agree with the terms and conditions of the word black, how they try to give it to us, because I know there's a lot of negative connotations to it, and it's not that it's all bad, but it's just like when people agree to certain terms and conditions, we talk about the spirit realm and intellectual property, you automatically take on that, like whether you believe it or not. Like when we say, oh, a part of our spiritual abilities and powers is our belief and our faith in something, and what we believe, like when we talk about like what we manifest and stuff, just by agreeing to those conditions of being black, you take on all the energy that come with that, and a lot of times that can come from a very negative, dark place. Now, it's strengths and powers in it, and it's beauty in it too. It's a lot of energy and power in it, but if you're not strong enough to withstand what come with that, you may not be able to reap the fruits and benefits out of it at the end, which is why it's always like a crab in a bucket, take me down type of energy when we talk about the black community. But basically, I grew up in what you call or what you would consider a quote unquote black family, of course, mom and dad, whatever family, uncles, aunties, all that, of course. And this ain't no negative bashing video. I just want to say this to the world. I hope y'all really kind of feel me on this. I hope somebody come in and hear me on this one. I just want to say at the end of the day, I think it's crazy. People always want to talk down on quote unquote black people. But here's the thing: a lot of people, white people, love to say negative. All races do, but especially white people. They be so comfortable with talking down about black people, making jokes in the comment section, making jokes in the chats. I be paying attention. Don't it ain't nah, I ain't gonna lie. It's other races that do it too, but ain't no race that's more proud and more comfortable speaking down on the black man than the white man. Now, black people talk down on themselves. Don't get it twisted, but I'm specifically talking about other races. What you gotta understand is this, right? It's not that black people don't sit back and say stuff about white people and make jokes about the cooking. Oh, they need more seasoning. It'd be like small, so don't get it twisted. But you rarely hear black men always come out and say certain things, though. It's got to be pertaining to a specific topic. But white people literally just come out and be calling them the hard R's in the comments. Like, you don't really see black people coming in calling them, what you would consider like crackers and stuff. You don't really see black people just coming out saying that so comfortably. Like I said, listen to me. You don't get me wrong. You hear black people every now and then. They will make jokes about certain, but it be specific things like the cooking, or if somebody don't cook something the right way or the way that they're raised to cook it, they'll be like, oh, that they need more seasoning, or hey, I don't always trust eating at certain people's house. They do. Hey, yo, Mr. Gomistrio, good to see you, but I'm glad I catch you in. I'm trying to find a good time to time these lives so I can catch y'all boys. 'Cause I love when y'all in here. But anyway, when you look at it like, and tell me how your day going. I hope you're doing good. Let me know if you got any questions. But anyway, we talk about black people today, and me coming from the black community or being from a background, I just noticed that white people be the main ones so comfortable to speak on other black people, like in a way that black people won't do that to white people. Like I said again, I'm gonna say it again. Black people will be like they'll say certain things about like the cooking or like having no rhythm, but they don't do it as much. And here's the thing: when they do it, it's always pertaining to a specific topic, whether we talk about specifically dancing or specifically cooking. But you don't just see black people just come out here just calling regular white people crackers just for the fun of it. You know what I'm saying? You said bet like the black people live right now. Yeah, facts. But it's like you don't like black people say stuff, but it always pertaining to a specific topic. Whereas white people literally just come out all bold and ballsy, like they'll just be calling black people just regular, random hard ERs like it's funny. And I said to myself, I sat back one day, I say, damn, you really don't really see black people just talk down on white people just out of nowhere for no reason like that. You see white people do that shit. Like, I'm not trying to be funny, but you see white people do that shit and they be so comfortable doing that shit. Like, they be quick to call a black person down or talk down on black person for no reason type shit like that. Like, other races do it too, but white people go way beyond. You don't even see. Here's the thing: you don't even see white people talk down on Indian people like that. You may hear them talk about the food. It be pertaining to a specific topic like the food. Like they be like, oh, Indian people, you don't want to eat there. You gotta have a stomach made of Teflon to digest Indian food. Like it be funny little jokes like that. But when you hear white people, they don't be talking really down about Indian people like that or Asian people. don't even really talk down on Mexicans like that or Spanish people. They talk down on black people. And one thing I hate about the world and how they view black people is this. Exactly, yeah, phenotype. The one thing I hate about the world is this. When they always label black people this, black people that, black people this, black people that. One thing you gotta realize at the end of the day is y'all all lump sum. Y'all all lumping black people into one category. Like that stand for all black. The when I did my last video about oversouls and what spirits be up under these words and stuff. When you talk about black people don't just it's not just talking about African Americans. First of all, when y'all be talking about black people are known to be this, black people are known to be ratchet. First of all, y'all are talking about a specific group of black people. Y'all are talking about African Americans and a specific type of African American and that. Y'all not even talk about all. Y'all not even talk about the prospering black neighborhoods that they don't like to show y'all. The decent black neighborhoods where they doing something for themselves and working hard. Y'all only talk about the black people that's in the hood, the quote unquote niggas that's in the hood. Y'all not even talking about a large percentage of all black people. Now, don't get it twisted. In the hoods, they do carry out those traits a lot. I give you that. But be specific. Say ratchet black people. Say hood black people that's in these hoods acting up. Please be specific. You see what I'm saying? Be specific. Don't just be out here just saying, oh yeah, black people this, black people this, black people this. You putting everybody in that category. So you putting all the prosperous black people in that category. All the black people that come from richness and prosperity. All the black people that is from royal black lineages and prospering black neighborhoods and good black neighborhoods and even decent ones at that they don't have as much turmoil in them. You add in there all the people that's in Africa, all the people that's in Africa that's black, that's thriving, and that's a whole different. They got a lot of royalty and lineage in Africa. It's a lot of wealth and prosperity over there. That's why a lot of white people will travel over there now. But I'm not trying to get into race. I'm just saying like it's like when you talk about like Nigeria, they like the most wealthiest place in Africa. I think it's a lot of wealth in all of it. Ghana, it's a lot of beauty. It's a lot of Benin, South Africa, Angola. Um, what's that other place? I can think of the name of it. Like Lithuania. It's all kind of places in Africa that's it. But that's why I be saying like I'm just saying like stop putting all black people in a box when specifically you talking about a specific type of black people. You see what I'm saying? In a specific type of category of black people. You not don't put black over the whole shit because all black people don't deal with those traits. A lot of Haitians don't deal with all the negativity in the community as the typical African American that lives in the hood or in the rural area does. Now they got their hoods too. Haiti people when they came here, they got their hoods too. Don't get it twisted. But they don't always deal with the exact same thing as the African Americans that be in the hood here in America. So those ain't really the same type of people. Same thing with Jamaican. The Jamaican spirit itself is not the same as the African American spirit in general. Let alone getting into rural people from the hood, ratchet people from the hood that you mainly be talking about when you say black people this, black people that, and you talking about them in a negative way. You see what I'm saying? All these people that live amongst these world, you got black Caribbeans, you got black Africans that come from straight up prosperity, got more money than you probably got. Excuse me, come from all kind of places and shit like that. You got black wealthiness and positive rich neighborhoods, black people here in America. So please just stop quoting them all together like because that's a coonish mentality. And then y'all just want to say y'all some effed up people like this world y'all some effed up people. The media all that y'all all effed up. Because first of all y'all gonna talk even when you talk about the black people from the hood, y'all gonna talk down on black people from the hood. Granted, I'm not saying that they ain't negative people. And I do believe to an extent, even if we took them out of that environment, they would still find a way to hate each other. Yeah, but it's like you can't fully talk down on them and hate on them either because y'all put them in a situation for them to be like that in the first place. I ain't gonna lie, it is a crap in the bucket mentality. And then when you're a strong spirit, you can be in the most negative situation, and y'all gonna find a way to get together, and try to rise up out of that. And even if it's so bad they got y'all trapped where y'all can't get out of that, y'all gonna find ways to find as much peace and build as much together as y'all can. That is true. And I know a lot of black people in the hood don't have that ability. So I'm not saying they don't got some of them don't got bad spirits and that they be weak spiritually. I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying you can't fully argue, you can't fully get upset at them because you can argue the fact that they part of the reason why they are the way they are today is because you put them in that situation. It'd be hard for certain ones to get a job. You look at it negatively. You try to put a whole group of people under one stereotype. Come on, bro. And y'all tell me y'all don't got no type of hate for black men in general. Now I'm not saying all white people is racist. I ain't saying that shit. Cause people try to make it seem like, oh, they white and they automatically don't like you. That's lostness too. That's lostness too. But I'm saying from a governmental level, y'all do know what y'all be doing. And I ain't saying all y'all look at it from a certain perspective, but y'all know what y'all be doing, trying to set up things be looked at a certain type of way. Y'all know what y'all be doing. I don't know why. I don't know what transpired back in ancient times that made y'all feel that way, or what y'all created and who y'all mixed breeded with. I don't know. I don't really know or care, but y'all definitely just know at the end of the day, y'all definitely be knowing y'all be hating. Y'all definitely know y'all be hating. And y'all be trying to make it look a certain type of way that it ain't. Y'all will put a whole group of people under one stereotype enigma, not knowing that that's just hood black people you talk about that carry out negative traits. And all of them don't even carry out those negative traits. But y'all talking about specifically hood people that's ratchet. Okay, cool. But stop saying black like now you trying to add in all the rich people in black neighborhoods, all the black thriving neighborhoods, all the African royalty that's over there, all the Caribbean blacks that don't even operate the same that typical African American black in the hood operate at all. So don't do that, bro. That's all I'm saying. I ain't gonna ramble too much, but don't do that. And I just want to say you can't hate them anyway in the hood because y'all put them in that situation for them to be like that. Sure, they may not be spiritually strong enough to get out, and they hate each other, but y'all programmed them to hate each other. So you still can't bash them as much. I look at it like it's all lost. Anytime somebody try to fight it, yeah, but they're like this and yeah, they crabbing a bucket. Yeah, I admit to you, when you spiritually strong, like I said before, you will find ways to try to uprise out of that situation. But you still can't hate them because you put them in a situation for them to be like that in the first place. So whatever you try, I don't care about that excuse. You put them in that situation in the first place. Now, I ain't gonna argue about it all goddamn day, but you do know what you was doing. Shit, let me keep it like that. Like, check it out. All y'all want to sit back and talk down on black people this, black people that, and lump them all in one category, knowing damn well y'all ain't perfect either. White people have their shit too that they do. A white person do the same thing. A black person do y'all gonna look at the black person for doing that. Y'all man, it's 2024, but really it's 2 months. We about to be 2025. We already fully in this new realm, this new era. This earth moving into higher states of consciousness, higher dimensions, all that type of awareness. But we don't need to bring this baggage with us. You gonna always have some racist lumps out of the group, but come on, bro. Y'all still on this shit and about to be in 2025? God damn. Y'all still on that? The sun don't even hit the same no more. I'm not even trying to joke. The sun don't even hit the same no more like it used to. The sun much more brighter. We in a whole new atmosphere now. This don't look like it used to look in 2008. The sun don't hit the same it used to look in 2012. The atmosphere don't feel the same it did in '09. The fuck y'all talking about? I ain't even trying to go too crazy. I'm just saying, like, be real though. So we in a whole nother atmosphere at this point. We in a whole nother space. Earth done ascended to a whole nother space now. That's why things seem harder. It's really just you have to get with the program now. We in a heavier wave. But the whole point I'm saying is, please do not bring that old racist shit. I'm not saying you gotta make black people just like white people. I'm not saying you gotta, cause I know it go deep when everything go deep. I ain't saying that, but y'all don't need to be carrying the same racist thought forms. There's one person don't need to be as rich as you. I ain't saying that. I ain't even saying none of that. Nothing physically. I'm just saying mentally. Like, come on now, come on now. Whatever, whatever, whatever. Do as you please, but bro. It's about to be 2025, and y'all still carrying these old thought forms and stuff. Like, come on, bro. The fuck? Look at that. Sun ain't even hitting the same it was back in the day. The fuck? And I'm just what 20. I'm 23. My birthday in June. I'm 23. But I've been here long enough. When I was what 12, 11, 10, I knew the sun don't even hit the same, bro. The sun, people saying now the sun much more brighter. It is. Look, I used to say it's either we get the sun or the sun expanding. I know the sun expanding though. Scientifically, they tell you, and I agree that the sun is expanding. That's why I be saying the sun, that star band, that six dimensional, that shit ain't playing, bro. It's the reason why things getting harder as we ascend and as we get higher in these realms. Cause the realm it's at is a chaotic realm, but understanding the sun is expanding at an alarming rate. The sun is getting brighter. I used to always tell my sisters a joke. I say the sun ain't playing. I say y'all niggas sent back being stuck in old waves, not transcending, not ascending, not evolving yourselves physically, internally, and like that spiritually. Y'all just keep being in outdated waves and wonder why life getting harder. I say the sun ain't playing. And you see that motherfucker getting brighter. You see that motherfucker get bigger, aka it's expanding. That's spiritually. That means it's been doing a lot more activities, getting into a lot more things, expanding itself, and it's because that's how you expand your spirit by by being the more activities and experience you get into. It could be anything. I don't care if you see these right here. I don't care if you come out here every day and you assort these every day. You just put them up and then you put them right back the way they are. And you do that every day. That's still a form of expansion. That's any experience you do, any activity you do. There's two ways you expand externally, and this deals with your spirit, your overall spirit size. That's that's experience, the amount of experiences you do, and that could be anything. It could be breaking off a damn bush. That's an experience, and then knowledge. And usually knowledge comes from experience, but just those two in general, knowledge and experience are the main ways your spirit expands externally, aka your overall spirit size. Now, the way you expand internally is your internal energies, aka expanding on your emotions and feelings, expanding on your imagination, that's your higher chakras, and expanding on your sexual energies, that's also your internal energy. That's a form of organ energy. That's your root chakra energy. And this would make up the three dantans I talked about before, the three internal energies, which there's seven main chakras, but the three main ones control all the chakras that surround it. So if your three main chakras lit, your three main dantian, your three main energy centers is lit, the ones around those are going to be lit as well. So you'll still have, like when they talk about Kundalini rising, but that ain't really what the video about. But those are the main ways you expand. You expand externally by not the more knowledge you learn and the more experiences you get into, that's externally, and then internally is the more you expand your internal realm, aka some form of enlightenment, aka imagination, inner light. The more you travel with your imagination, the more farther out you're making your internal realm. You know what I'm saying? Because you're seeing with that third eye you're going in, that's the more broader your imagination realm is internally. That's your higher chakras, third eye and the crown. The more you expand your emotions and feelings, that's like the yin realm. This is all still the same realm. These are just different bodies I'm talking about. Which once you reach your sixth dimensional being, it's a blend of both. The same way. I ain't gonna get into all that. You watch my other videos, you'll understand that. And then the last one is the root chakra, aka that's your sexual energies. That's a organ energy. The more you expand that, that's the more light it give off, the more brightness it give off. And then you know what I'm saying? As you can see a sunbeam, you see so much light from it, so you know that's a form of. Anytime you see a form of brightness, brightness deals with um, internal energies. By the way, anytime you see a form of brightness, that deals with internal energies. So when you be seeing certain stars, like the sun is real bright, it's like that. When that's like an example of something having a lot of internal energies. Like when the Taoists and the Asian people talk about chi, and Dragon Ball Z they talk about chi. That's internal chi. That's internal energy. That's that's what you're looking at when you see something with light. That's why you can't have a form of light without heat, and that's why anytime you see something that's real bright, whether it's the back of your LED phone at night, or a candle, or even the moon when it's fully bright, because the moon don't always be full, but when it is full and you can fully see it and it's bright, it be a ring around it. When you see a flame in the dark, you see a ring around it. When you see your LED phone, especially at night, it be bright as hell. You see a ring around it. When you look at the sun, that's an aura. It's be a ring around it. See what I'm saying? Everything that usually is real bright and luminous creates a ring around it, and this how you know that that's where the concept of aura comes from. So a person's aura is just nothing more but them being bright, aka enlightenment, lights. But that don't mean that everybody that's got a big aura is woke, but they're still dealing with a form of inner light. Um, so the more internal energy a person has, the more, the more, the more broader their aura might be. So this is why a person aura that's strong, you're gonna feel the vibe and presence from them. That's because you feeling their internal energies. And different people always be different. You might feel one person, and it's not about good or bad or right or wrong. You could be around a person with a very dark aura that make you feel real negative, but that still mean that that person got a lot of internal negative energy. Now, how that take toll on their own body and how they transmute those energies is within them, but that influence is still strong enough if a lot of people are feeling it and they known to be a very negative person. That's like I ain't trying to get into depth, but that's like if you say Hitler or you say any like you can be. That's why I say it's really no right or wrong, bro. Because once you start reaching into these higher dimensions and these fifth and sixth dimensions, you're gonna start realizing it's not about right or wrong. Things are just energy, and the path that a person's spirit chose to took at that moment. You see what I'm saying? How now if they get lost into that, they gonna get in a situation where yeah they gonna reap the karma and the negatives from that, but none of these things are right and wrong. All these are still experiences. Like I said, experiences what expand the spirit. So you can be the most negative person in the world. If you got more experience, your spirit's still gonna be broader. You gonna have more either manifestation abilities, or you're gonna be able to accumulate a lot more in your life, or be in a situation where you be more stabilized. And that's the best way to say it. More stabilized in life. The inner lights and the person inner chi kind of deal more so with what exactly they attract and what the actual quality of life is. But your overall spirit size in general is just how sustainable you'll be in a realm of reality, period. So that's why, like, you could be like me, like, you could be a person who, you may be from a whole other constellation and realm and solar system, and you'll be, so you learn a lot of shit, right? Your spirit be broad. But when you come here, you may not be as good as far as, like, what they say, manifesting physical money and material, or you may not be as good as manifesting certain jobs a certain way your peers in school did. They doing all these different landscapings and stuff like that and all that stuff. They may be able to get they one two here a lot better because they from this realm. But at the same time, it don't matter if your spirit is still broad. You that's still a form of currency, and things could play out as money, but a lot of times it don't even have to deal with money. Your spirit being bright, it'll play out in other things that money that can help you way more than money sometimes. Like you may manifest the right person in your life that can help you way more than money could. You're gonna be in a situation regardless where you're going to be taken care of in some shape or form because your esoteric and spirit currency is so big. Now, I'm not saying be a dumb and be a bum and not do nothing with your life and just stay up under your people. So I'm not saying that, but I'm just, because all these things are experiences. If even I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna be real, I'm gonna get real. This is gonna be a sensitive topic. Hold on one second. Now listen, I got 14% left. I'm not trying to ruffle any feathers, but to be real, if a person didn't like their life that they live and they decided to take their own life, I don't permit this. I'm not pushing this out there. I'm not saying that I'm trying to put this out there for people to do. I'm just saying, and a person say, man, I don't want to be here no more. You're not really wrong for whatever you do. That's an earth topic. That's an indoctrination of people to make you want to stay here and up under these lights. But here's the thing. Even if you're not from here, it's not right or wrong, but there are benefits if you hear from learning here and learning the things that the earth element deal with. Now, if it become too overwhelming and you're not from here, hey, this your soul, your body, you do as you please. That's you and your spirit. I have nothing to do with that. There's no right and wrong with that. You might die and go to the best realm of reality, period, and not have to deal with this stuff and not have to deal with these lights anymore. That's real though, because I'm gonna be spiritual. I'm being real with you. I'm not gonna give you the fake governmental shit that they want you to stay up here. I don't care. I'm not gonna give you that because that's not realistic in your life, and you're gonna die and realize that's not how the spirit realm work either way. But that's another video because I got some deep videos coming too. But but if you decide, but when you decide to stay like me for a while, and you gotta understand this, it's not bad. There's a lot of stuff that you can accumulate and learn from in this realm. There's a lot of the earth element you hear from the earth element. This a powerful element that wherever you take that back, wherever you from or whatever other world you go to, I'm telling you, that's an accumulation. That's an accumulation that you develop, and your spirit will be that much more broader. So everything that, let's say, everything that deal with the earth element, let's see, the earth element that deal with what? That's a lot of green energy, right? So you're looking at what? A lot of energy dealing with growth, health, aka nutrition, to be able to nurture something, like a lot of growth. So basically dealing with health in such a form and your ability to grow or build something. So this is why you got a lot of buildings here. Everything is built. Everything is built. So the more you can stack something and structure something, I don't care if it's your business, it's your career, and you can build that. Um, you're practicing the earth element, aka some form of Saturn energy, some form of Taurus energy, aka Venus energy. Your ability also to nurture something. You see what I'm saying? Take care of something. That's your health. So the more you can get together your health and you can build on something and grow something here, you basically have conquered the earth element. Because I would say there's other ones too, like the time that you do stuff, the more time you put in, but all that is the same thing. If you working on your health, that's you putting in time into it. If you building on your business, and you trying to grow something in your career in your life or whatever work career you're into, you still putting in time or something. So really, if you can master those two, your health and your ability to build or grow something, whatever it is, your career, whatever you into at the moment, your purpose, your path, you automatically kind of mastering the earth element. So that's a big ass ring you get. So when you die, especially you not from here, so you already done accumulated so much knowledge, bringing birth and died from so many other realities, so many transitions. So you accumulating the earth element, especially if you've never been here before. Usually you haven't. If it's too much from you, that means that chakra, that space, that orb, you haven't built enough of that type of currency. You haven't built enough of that awareness. That earth chakra, that earth orb, when you came from other places, you probably got so many other different type of knowledges and spiritual awarenesses and all kind of abilities. But when you come here, you unfamiliar with this earth realm of reality. So it be playing out as hard for you. Or not knowing how to get your 1-2, aka maybe not knowing how to get money as well as another person. Um, You see what I'm saying? Or be able to get this job or this career or know what you want to do. You might be stuck and not know what you fully want to do in your life. Or the things that you do want to do be looked at as bad by your family, all their peers and that. But that's just because you're not from here. But if you really take the time to throw all that to the side for a second and really try to learn the earth element, you're building and accumulating a lot more than the next person. So when you die, and say you do go back to where you was from, or you go to another realm of reality that's more out there and you're not here no more, then bro, you got a whole bunch of energy that you bring in with you. So you gonna be lit in that 9 to 19. You gonna be lit in that life. Now don't get it twisted. You may go to another reality that you still haven't been, that you still that you still haven't been to before too. And but you learn from that one. But guess what? You still getting bigger and broader. You still have much more ability and awareness than you did before. That's what we here for. You're here to grow and build in this in. Because all these different realm of realities. Hold on, one second, one second. Okay, yeah, I'm still at 14%. All these different realm realities. Our whole job is to. There's no such thing as really ascending. It's just getting bigger. So the bigger you are, the more outer you are. So you take a more out there vessel, a bigger vessel. Because the higher you go in the dimensions, the bigger the vessels get. That's why you got fourth dimensional beings that are like oversouls. Talk about cloud beings that are oversouls that rule over certain territories and lands and over certain things and principles here. And then you got planetary beings. Well, obviously that's a planet. That's even bigger. That's a very intense wave. That's a fifth dimensional wave. That's and then you got a sixth dimensional wave, which is a star. Or which to us, is our sun, but will be a star. You see what I'm saying? And boy, I got some videos. I'm gonna see how much I got because I'm finna go. I'm gonna give you a quick brief. I'm gonna give you a quick brief of what I got going on. Hold on. Okay, I still got four. You might want to listen to this one because I'm gonna go into depth real quick before I get off. But this is just sneak peek of what I'm be giving y'all videos about. So I'm gonna be talking about how there's always life within life, and how when you talk about the one, two, and third dimension, the one, two dimension, the fourth, fifth dimension, the seventh, eighth dimension are all forms of are all forms of what you would consider purgatories, aka that's when you're inside of a being. So let me give you an example of what I mean. So all cells, this is gonna get deep. I'm telling you, all cells, bacteria, parasites, um, that live within you, they're in the one and two dimensional level, and smaller. So your cells specifically are on their way of being birthed out into this realm, but they have to go through many different lives within you. Like I said, we're like a planetary being on a small level. They have to they have to go through many different levels of life within you before they can reach the egg, aka become a sperm cell and get birthed out. It's all levels of knowledge. That's why I say blood cells turn into sperm cells. So sperm cells going to be obviously a little bit bigger than blood cells. So once you become a blood cell, you take all these different organs in this. You take vessels in the heart, depending on what you resonated with. You take vessels in the gut. Then you finally make it to the sperm cell. That's like the biggest cell that's in your body before it get birthed out to be a human. So once it's in the sperm cell, it learn all the knowledge in there. And then when it's ready, it can be spit and birthed out into this reality, right? And then that's the third dimension. So when you're in the third dimension, you're fully out and birthed out into a world. So when you go into when you die from the third dimension and go to the fourth or fifth dimension, you're doing all that again, but on a higher level. So you're gonna be more aware of it with the same abilities you have now. You see what I'm saying? So you're gonna play out as a cell or a parasite or a bacteria in that realm. Usually living, especially if you're a cell and you go and living in somebody else's body. That's what an oversoul and a planet being is. An oversoul and a planet being is a being that's actually inside of a six-dimensional being, either getting ready to be birthed out or whatever path that it's on at the moment. But eventually, that's how it works. You become an oversoul, fourth dimension, then fifth dimension. You're still inside somebody, but then you're getting ready to be birthed out, and then you get birthed out into the sixth dimension, where that's like anything that you see here living in the third dimension is an example of a third dimensional being. So even though you a human, you the biggest vessel in the third dimension. A lizard, like I think I just seen one, a lizard or a bug or a rabbit or an animal, a lion are all still examples of third dimensional beings as well. So when you get birthed out into the sixth dimension, you're gonna become a animal, but in that higher realm, or you know, you see what I'm saying, or whatever fish or animal that you take in that realm, but it don't look nothing like this realm. Cause I'm gonna do a video on that too, cause it don't look. That's why dimensions blur. Dimension fourth dimensional, you really can't. You can perceive that a little bit. Fifth dimension, you really can't perceive that great, but you have some type of. But and in the sixth dimension, you definitely really can't perceive that with the third dimension. Everything you see here is third dimensional. So it's not like, oh, I'm gonna become aligned in the sixth dimension. So no, nigga, like that's not how it works. Like it's not gonna look the way they look here though. That's why when you in the Bible, when they talk about seraphims and cherubims and ophanims, they look so weird as creatures. As weird as that look, That's still broken down in a third dimensional perspective. That's why when people take DMT, they see beings with like 5 different faces, because you're not really able to perceive those beings to the full totality and max, because you're not birthed out into that realm. You don't have the brain yet or the body yet in taking a vessel where you can fully understand that shit, because you're still in the third dimension. So the highest you can fully understand be like fourth dimension, and that's, some people can't even understand that. That's like even when you be in your dreams. That's another video. That's another preview too. That's why when you be in your dreams, you be in the fourth dimension, right? The fourth, fifth, and sixth dimension. But a lot of times, y'all still be in the part of the fourth, fifth, and sixth dimension that is coming out of the third dimension, aka y'all still be on Earth. So y'all be in the fourth, fifth, and sixth dimension, but y'all still be on the part of the fourth, fifth, sixth dimension that blends in with Earth. That's like the lowest part of it, the part that's still filtered throughout the third dimension. So you still seeing Earth. Y'all not, a lot of times, unless you having otherworldly dreams, you're not even in the part of the fourth, fifth, sixth dimension that's where you fully submerged in that realm. You still floating around in the third dimension, in the Earth realm, still, in that spectrum of the fourth. That's the best way to say it. So you still in the third dimension spectrum of the fourth, fifth, sixth dimension, aka you still in the Earth realm spectrum of the fourth, fifth, sixth dimension. You're not fully submerged in that realm, because at that point you wouldn't, you wouldn't probably be able to piece out everything that way. But it depends how long you spent in that higher realm. But that's another video. That's a video I'm gonna be making soon. But yeah, understand that. So y'all are very small in comparison. So we play out as like cells and blood cells in this being that we call Earth, this planet. Because remember, look, y'all think y'all ain't shit. I ain't trying to cuss because this for kids. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. But y'all gotta understand, y'all ain't shit. Y'all really ain't shit. And me too. Like, we all ain't really shit. This first of all, we already, let me make it fast. Let me be direct to the point. We are already lower on the totem pole in general. You're an effing human, and you're in a fifth dimensional being, aka a planet, but you're in a small ass planet at that. You ain't even in no grand Saturnian type planet, some big Jupiterian type planet. There's planets way bigger than even Jupiter out there. So y'all in a tiny ass planet that are blood cells in that tiny. You're tiny ass blood cells in that tiny ass planet. So y'all and y'all got we got levels to go. That's why I take expansion so seriously. It's not to rush to anything, but you get the gist of what I'm saying. It's important to expand your spirit because we're so small. But y'all think that Earth is overwhelming. And it's just a small planet. It's not even like a bigger planet, a grand planet. And then, from compared to the planetary beings, those fourth and fifth dimensional beings, that aka that would be an oversoul in the planetary being, the planet beings, that's not even nothing in comparison to a star being. The sun that we up under, that may be six dimensional. The sun we up under is a star. It may be six dimensional, but even our star, our sun, is smaller compared to the other stars. Our sun is like this damn big. Have you seen how big Rigel is, and the other stars that they be talking about? They be huge, massive stars. Our star is like a small, tiny, bitty bit of a speck of particle compared to the other stars. So it's like levels and levels of worlds y'all gotta go through. But it's always worlds within worlds. So it's several many different planets. Same way how, like I say, a planet is a fifth dimensional being, and we in purgatory. You're living inside of these things. That's like, think about how many beings they are that's in that world. So if you say you do take like a how do I say it? Say, so when you are like a fourth dimensional being or a fifth dimensional being, aka an oversoul or a planet, um, when you out in those worlds, you live in those worlds, but you still low key gonna possibly be inside of a certain type of being, and there's millions of beings in that realm. So it's like many different worlds that and that's many different worlds you can be in that, inside of that realm, and that's before you even get birthed out into the sixth dimension. And then there's many different worlds in that, because like, I feel like a galaxy is like an eighth dimensional being. That would be like the equivalent of like a I want to say like a planetary being to a star. So a planet to us is third dimension beings. Humans will be a planet. That's a fifth dimension. So a planet to us will be fifth dimensional. We're third dimensional humans, right? A planet to a star is sixth dimension. So a planet to a star being, or a sun being, would be an eighth dimensional being. So it's like going two up. We third dimension, we humans. A planet to us is go up two, 4, 5. That's a planet, right? That's a planet to us. Six dimensional being, go up to 7, 8. That would be a galaxy. That's a planetary being to them. And all these galaxies differ in different sizes. But once you get to the six dimensional realm, it's gonna be different too, cause you gonna be in something like how you. Oh, my phone about to die. Let me hurry up. But like how you in the world now, but when you in the sixth dimension, you got way much more capability. So that Dragon Ball Z shit you be seeing, you will be traveling other worlds. You gonna literally be able to do that. You already do that now to an extent. Like when y'all be traveling to Asia, to Africa, y'all actually going into different oversouls. Those are fourth dimensional bodies, because they may not be planetary yet, but those are fourth dimensional bodies. So that's really they're playing a smaller level of a planet too. That's why the vibe be so different. When you go to Asia, the vibe is much different than when you go to Africa. The vibe is much different than when you go to Hawaii. The vibe is much different than when you go to uh Europe. You see what I'm saying? I'm just giving different examples of the Mediterranean. All these vibes is different and they look different. So you really be in smaller versions of planets then, but you still inside this planet. They just play out smaller versions of it. But yeah, you see what I'm saying? But once you reach like the sixth dimension, which it took a lot of people to get there, once you reach the sixth dimension, you might be in a Dragon Ball Z situation where y'all can got way more abilities and capabilities. So y'all may be able to travel actual worlds literally, like not even just across different land masses in different states and countries. Y'all, it's a possibility. It's a possibility y'all might actually be able to travel different worlds. Like what we be dreaming of, and what science be saying they be doing with spaceships. They just be capping and doing CGI and playing with y'all heads and NASA and lying to y'all about what they be seeing a lot of times. But in those realms, the fact you even got the thought of an idea of it, that's that realm in totality. So you know that exists. You actually be able to travel different actual worlds. But that's the difference though. Because a lot of times that you may be a human being in the sixth dimension doing these things. Like the same way we perceive us as humans doing that. Like you might not see no animal or no lion. You don't necessarily perceive an animal lion doing that. Now I'm not saying to get the conflict of the third dimension with that realm because it play out different. Because the lions and animals up there are way much more advanced than us. They walk upright better than us. They move better. They have more capabilities than us. Way much more mature and formal than us because they're on a higher level. The more higher the level is, the more smarter, the more mature and understanding something is. Like you take a lion, a dog, it's smarter compared to a bug or a frog or a little silly little lizard. But you as a human is the highest, so you got way much more comprehension and can train those things. But they can't really train you. You can learn from it, but you can't really train them. Yeah, I mean, it can't really train you, but you can train it, right? Like they always say in the subconscious community. So it's a possibility when you become a human in the sixth dimension, you might be able to actually travel like literally different galaxies, like literally, and that'll be a world to you. You'll literally be able to travel different worlds. So shit go deep, bro. When you talk about the sixth dimension, this star right here, this sun, it may be sixth dimensional, but it's not a human in that realm. AKA, it's not a man, a human man in that realm. It's like a bird. Like when you be seeing Ra, the sun god, and it be like a little ass bird. That's what that shit is. That's probably why that star's so small compared to the other stars, cause it's still smaller in nature. That star just ascended. That Jesus Christ star, aka, which is really Lucifer. That's why they call it Lucifer, the morning star, and they call it the light bearer, the light bringer, and all that stuff. And then they talk about the sun. They call Jesus the sun, aka the SON, but we know whenever the words have the same vibration, they still are correlated with the same energy, and that's why they say the son of light and all that shit. Like, and then they be saying like, oh, he is the way, he is the light. You see what I'm saying? And then they be saying, what's another one? It's another one too. I can't think of the other one. But basically, yeah, basically him, they calling him the son and all that stuff like that. Like, it's another one I was gonna make. Um, but I forgot what it was. But you get the gist what I'm trying to say, yeah. But yeah, but I'm telling you, the sixth dimension get lit. A lot of people can't even handle the fifth dimensional waves, the fourth to fifth dimensional waves, and they still here. So you got a long way to go. So you not only gotta die from the you gotta live so many realms of reality in the third dimension just for your spirit to be big enough to take a fourth and fifth dimensional vessel. Once you become a elder soul or a planet, once you become that, you gotta go through all the different stages of finally becoming a planet and becoming a big enough planet to handle those waves as a fifth dimensional vessel. And then once you become a planet, you gotta be different, go through different lives, probably that, and transform and become different, many different lives of that, and become an even bigger planet. So you can finally just be able to possibly take a sixth dimensional being. But all these there's different sizes of planets. There's smaller planets that go through different levels to finally become a bigger planet. Let alone once you actually do reach and you finally fresh your breath there, finally do reach the sixth dimension to get birthed out in that realm, like you're birthed out in this realm. You still gonna just be like a probably like a animal or something small. You see what I'm saying? Like Ra, this up here. Oh yeah, that's another one. That's what it was too. That's why like in church they make you say like man, which is Amen Ra, which is but that's a different video. But all that's the sun, that's the star, that's this consciousness of way, that's that being. But that's a small ass being in the sixth dimension. It got some power. Don't get it twisted, because it done rose up to that level. But that's it's a smaller star. That ain't no grand star. That ain't no great big star. That's a smaller little star. But anyway, once you finally get born out in the sixth dimension, you might still be like a small ass little insect or animal yet. And then you got to go through all those different lives and you may become a bigger animal, a bigger being, You might become a bigger being to the point where maybe you finally make it to being a cherubim, and that's just when you one of the bigger land animals at that point, like an ox or a lion in that realm, because you take many different faces, multi-dimensional in that realm. That's why cherubims have multiple faces. But then you got to go through all that just to be finally even become a fully human in that realm, which I don't know if Baba if they have representation yet, because I know a cherubim ain't really a man in the sixth dimension. Like how you see mans and humans now in the third dimension, a cherubim ain't really a man in the sixth dimension. Really, it's really like an animal, but it's an advanced animal. It's not like no small little weak animal like a bird or a turtle per se. Um, it's like a the many different faces. So one of them was an eagle, but it's like a lion, ox. So it's like it's more of a bigger animal basically. Like I said, it's multidimensional in that realm. But it's not no small animal, but it's still an animal at that. So it's still not even a full human in that realm yet. So y'all got like multiple layers to go. But that realm is more heavenly because it's closer to God. Don't get it twisted. But it's always stronger currents in each realm you go. But yeah, but even that, once you finally make it to that realm of being a cherubim and that dimensional level, and you expanding that great, so you may be a big ass sun, a big ass flaming star,